much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. Um, just wanted to share with you some information. Um, and the first thing that I want to talk about is um, the energy of this past weekend. It's I feel like it was a good weekend. It was an inner it was a weekend of bold energy, I would say. Um, and I will get into a little bit of why I would say it was a bold weekend. So, it was it was this energy of excitement, like I wanted to, and like it was the end of last week and this weekend. It was this energy like I wanted to get up, I wanted to go somewhere, I wanted to dress up, do something. And I was telling my twin flame about it, and I don't know how he interpreted it, but for me, it was a very exciting type of energy. I did feel like for some reason I need to be out of the house. So I did end up getting out of the house and went, you know, um, saw this beautiful park, the water, the ships, the boats, yachts, whatever. And it was really beautiful. It was just a peaceful day. The weather was beautiful. It was a nice day to be outside. Um, it was beautiful. And I'm really glad that I got out. And that was just enough for me, because I had this idea. I was like, I'm going to take a little, I could take a day cruise or a night cruise. Um, just want to be outside. And it's good for us. I feel like a lot of us, I'll say, don't get out enough. Don't go, be in nature enough, just enjoying the weather, the trees, the water, just kind of, being around people. And it was a beautiful time. I'll say so. I was glad that I got out, but the energy was a kind of party type of energy, I would say, a kind of chill, relaxed, but still be out doing something social. So it ended up being really nice. It was a really beautiful day, but the energy was like a bold type of energy. It was pushing um, us as chosen ones to do something. And I think, well, another part of this energy was it it, it was like someone needs to lay eyes on you. I don't know who that is, but you need to be out of the house so that whoever it is that needs to lay eyes on you can see you. And part of the message was you're trying to hide. You can't hide a light. It's gonna shine. People need to see you for whatever reason. They need to um, talk to you, or they need to just observe you. And I think um, I kept crossing a few people's paths, and I was wondering, but our energies are attracted to each other for reasons. Not sure why, but I know that I was supposed to be out. And once I did that, the next day I was fine. I felt fine about staying in the house because that day was Saturday, and I was like, when I woke up, it was like someone had zapped me with energy, and I was telling my twin flame this. I was like, I feel like someone zapped me because it did. It felt like someone plugged me up to some kind of electric current, and I can feel it all through my body. I couldn't sleep. I had to get up. I had to go so I could be out. I didn't know why. Um, but the energy, you know, I was listening to different things, videos and things, and the energy was like that. It was like, I don't know, you know, you're trying to hide. You are going to be famous. If you're going to be famous and you can't hide, people are going to see you. They're going to know you. They're going to experience your energy. But the energy was amazing. It was, you know, exciting type of energy. And so I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen later on from that experience that I had. But I know I had to get up, I had to get out, I had to go outside, and I thought about going out of town, like to another city, and just kind of enjoying myself. But then also I was thinking, oh no, because I have some travel coming up and I'm excited about that for sure. And I didn't want to be, you know, wasting or spending all my resources on this one trip. Um, because I want to enjoy myself going on this other trip, these trips that I'm going on coming up. Um, it was also this energy of ask the question, say the thing you need to say, do the thing you need to do, push the envelope. And even if it's not like in this moment, you might not get the very thing that you're asking for, but you are going to get it. And it was this energy of, you know, I don't want to regret it. I don't want to not ask the question or not challenge the person or say the thing because I think it's given them time to think about what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what I'm asking them. And I'm going to get what I'm asking for. It's just going to take a little time, but um, it's the way things go. But I think it's important for the person to know what what's on your mind, how you're feeling, so they can really take it into consideration because maybe you hadn't said it before, did it before. Um, and I'm going to try to do a reading soon on that as well. But the the energy, it was important because it was about being bold, like I said, taking risks, saying things you might not normally say, doing things you might not do. Um, maybe you needed to cry, maybe you need to laugh, maybe you need to, whatever it is you needed to do. It was that energy of getting some things out that you needed to get out. I think a lot of people, I don't know, you know, there's sometimes this feeling of the full moon. And I think the full moon was approaching or a new moon was approaching or something, but it was like Saturn and Neptune, I want to say, in conjunction. And when those two faced off, it was like this this energy from Saturn is, you know, no nonsense and hard work and time, you know, being on time and all this stuff. And Neptune is more like of a dreamy type of, you know, psychedelic type of confusion, um, you know, type of energy. And when those two collide, Saturn wins. And so the hard work, the whatever, you know, the being on time or being, you know, on point, being on task, getting things done, working, um, that's what wins over the like I was talking about the other energy of, you know, just being in confusion and like hazy and you know, whatever is going on, it's not, it doesn't win over the other energy. But what happens is I think it helps us to get more focused and on task and stop just letting confusion take over and it's more focused on, okay, what do you really want to do and get that done, carry that forward. What do you need to do? What do you need to accomplish? And I had this push type of energy of get whatever you need to get it done, or whatever you need to get started, at least get it started, and you can keep it going from there. Um, but it was important to have that because it gave me a push to get some things done, some reports and things, and to feel like, okay, good, it's out of my hair, and I can move on to the next, um, the next thing that I need to do. But I really did, like, I got some, you know, reports and things done that I needed to get done. And it was like, okay, push through. And it was like the birth of something, if you can imagine, like something that you needed to do for a while and you just been holding back or not doing it. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, 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 I'm gonna stay up as long as I need to get it done. And I got it done. So I'm grateful that I did that. Um, and some things coming to an end, some things just, the conclusion of some things, and it was good. So it was a good energy because it was, again, like I was saying, this kicking out the confusion and, whatever, and bringing in more the work, the focus, the, you know, getting things done, and some things got done, being bold, saying some things that you need to say. And I know this is Mercury in retrograde until the 10th or 11th of August. And so that means, of course, that some things could be misunderstood and all that stuff. But I feel like some people are amazing at this time, Mercury being in retrograde, and other people are like, in a different way. I feel like more bold, more confrontational, or some people are going to get into arguments and stuff and they're not going to make it as far as the relationships go. But there were some people who did get into it, and there was confusion, there was, questions, doubts, and it ended up being that the person got what they wanted if they wanted it. So was the ball was in their court then at the end of the day to choose if they wanted to do it or not. But it was looking like a lot of confusion, looking like, the person wasn't sure, and I, was working with someone and I was telling them it's not like this person all of a sudden came up with a lot of questions and doubts and stuff like that. But I said, this is the season because of Mercury being in retrograde for arguments, confusion. Um, it looks like something, but someone has been in this person's ear. Someone has introduced some doubt to them, and they still are like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And they did. They went their own way, and that's, the person, like I said, ended up getting what they wanted. And so the ball was in their court at the end of the day to make the decision. And, at first they were like, well, I don't know, maybe I should, because it felt like that type of energy of the person. And are they trying to leave? What are they trying to do? And I'm like, no, they have cold feet. And someone introduced some questions to them and they're thinking it over. Just be patient with them. Just take your time. And I'm laughing to them like they're on the verge of tears. I'm like, no. Someone introduced some questions and they still didn't get through to this person. This person's going to do what they want to do and they are coming towards you. So, I feel like it's a good season for fire signs right now for that, for the love, for the person that they're waiting on communication from coming forward and telling them the truth and how they feel and what they think. And I think the person, thankfully, is really good under pressure and good at this time, Mercury being in retrograde, because they're really understanding and I think really having eye-opening experiences about some things. So we'll see how it all unfolds, but we're expecting great things. I'm going to end this video for now. Um, but fire signs, when I say that, I mean Aries, Leo, Sagittarius should be a good time. Um, and like I said, I want to do a reading soon. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.